So guys, today me and my friend Saman, we are here to talk to you guys on how you can get driver license in Canada. So hand over to you because I don't really know about this. My friend that is going to be telling you guys, sharing some information to you guys.
Hello to everyone that's watching. It's an honor for me to be in your video, Aziza, a great person here. I think the biggest thing in acquiring a driver's license in Canada is if you have a previous one from your home country, it helps a lot. So whether you have one before or not, you would definitely have to do the learner's test. And the learner's test is about 30 questions. And it's done through a workstation computer at a center called MPI. Now, every province has their own insurance company which holds the tests, and it's usually run by crown companies, meaning that it's half governmental, half private.
Sorry. So, which one is for Manitoba?
So Manitoba is called MPI. It's called the Manitoba Public Insurance.
Which other province one do you know?
I'm not sure about the other province, but I know all of them are public insurance. So I don't know, maybe in Toronto they say like the OPA, or I don't know. I don't know what it's called exactly, but every province is different. Now, it doesn't mean that if you get your license from this province, you have to go through the procedure in another province. No, but you do have to submit your driver's license, so they give a new one in accordance with that province that you are staying in.
So as a new immigrant, the process.
So you first go in and you sign up for the learner's test. In the learner's test, it's 30 questions. You are expected to hit 25 or 26, I believe. I think it's 25. So that means any mistake more than 5, and the 6th mistake, you're out. After that, depending on if you have a license from back home, you'll submit your license to the MPI agent that's handling your case. They'll take a look at it, they'll verify it. I strongly suggest that please do not at all provide any documentation that is fake, because they have multiple methods of verifying your driver's license, and if they do find out that you are trying to forge something or provide illegal documents, they can suspend you up to 5 years and fine you up to $10,000.
Sorry, after the test, how many months or weeks or days does it take to get the Manitoba license?
Okay, so
is it and I think I read online or I heard from somewhere that we have level 1, like a level 1.
It's learners. Learners, intermediate, and full. So there's 3 classes. It's the learner, intermediate, full. Once you pass the learner's test, they'll give you a driver's license with an L. That means learning. Now, depending, like I said, if you have a full license from back home, if you submit it, you're automatically authorized to go and do a driving test. If you pass the driving test, they will give you an intermediate driving license. That's called the intermediate. With that, you can go around the city, you can go on the highway, but there's hour restrictions. You also are forbidden from renting cars, unfortunately.
Oh, really?
You will have to have a full license in Canada to rent a car.
Oh, but you can get a car of your own.
Yes, of course. You can get a car of your own, enjoy it as much as you like. But there are certain restrictions. There's hours that you can't be outside. There's the number of people that you can have. For example, if you have if you're an intermediate driver, you can't have a full capacity after 12 in the morning.
As a learner, how many?
Now, if you get.
So, what about the intermediate level after getting it? Okay, you talk about the restriction for that one. So, after getting that one, it takes how many months, days, or weeks to get the full?
First of all, I do acknowledge how specific you are. Starting from months, so it takes exactly 9 months.
9 months?
You have to go on a 9-month period, and there's a reason.
That means, sorry to cut it.
No worries.
Like, if you submit your driver license back home, you still have to wait 9 months.
No. This is if you have no previous driving history. When I mean driving history, as no previous driver's license.
Okay.
Then it's like you're starting from zero. Once you pass the learners, you are allowed for 9 months to drive with a full, yes, with a learner's driving license, but you need to have someone sit beside you in the car in the front seat that is full license for at least 2 years. And how does the police check this? So if the license of a car is registered under name, they have systems in the car that as a police car passes by, they're able to locate with the license number everything. So for example, say if the car is registered under my name and Aziz is driving it and they say, okay, this is Sam, but Aziz is driving it, they have the full authorization to pull you over. And if they find out that you're a learner and the correct requirements aren't in place, they will not only take your car and put it in a parking lot for 1 year, but they'll get the money for that 1 year from you. They'll fine you, I think, 2,000, and again, you get 1 year of suspension. And trust me, in Canada is a country where you don't want to have anything bad on your record because it stays. And this staying makes it very difficult in the future. And driving and licenses here are graded with your points, with merits and demerits. So I have a friend, his name's Charit, he's Sri Lankan. The guy is very successful, but he pays $800 for his license.
Wow.
And that's because he's crashed 4 or 5 times, a couple times, yeah. But I have a friend, Jeannie, you know Jeannie.
Yeah, I know Jeannie.
She's 75, she pays $45 for her license.
What? 45?
Yeah, she has such a nice record driving, never had anything.
Wow.
So it depends.
Oh, that's if you want to renew it.
Yeah, renewing it.
So, Pehen, I heard that after the test, the normal written test, that you have to do road test.
Yes.
Is it both the person that have previous driving history and the one that...
yeah, it's required for both, but there's the most important thing is the time zone. The time gap. If you submit your previous license, you don't need to wait for the 9 months.
So if you don't submit, if you don't have any history,
9 months you have
to. So if you don't have a driver license before you enter Canada, you are going to wait for 9 months before you can do the road test.
Yeah, and
road test.
Yes, and just to clarify, if what we mean by driver's history is you having a previously full driver's license in the country where you were before coming or migrating to Canada. And I think some of these rules apparently may be tough, but I think it makes a big difference because it teaches people to be calm. It also reminds people that there's consequences. You can't just drive the way you like. You can't, cause noise pollution. You can't do weird stuff that you think you can get away with. And I think it's good. In the end, it limits a lot of casualties that can happen, a lot of dangerous stuff that can happen. And that 9-month period is for a reason. It's there to teach the new driver and give the driver the time for that person to really focus on their driving skills and master those skills. After the 9 months, you sign up for the road test. It's called the road test. So the first test is the learner's test. Second is road test. In road test, it's $30 in Manitoba. And once you go to a MPI station. The closest one to us is the Bison. It's beside Superstore here.
Yeah, okay.
And it's also one of the most strict ones. So to all those people who are coming to Manitoba, I recommend do not go there. Go to the one on the north end or the one in St. Mary's or St. Anne.
St. Mary or St. Anne.
Yeah. And the driver will ask you, start. It will take you through a certain route. That's why it's very important that you contact driving schools because they know what the exams are going to be from which route. So they're going to practice in that route, that there's no surprises. But the tricky thing is, the person who's doing the examination, he might ask you to do something that's not right. You have to be fully aware to not do that because even if you do that, it's going to cause you to fail and they are going to test you mostly for the double parking, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, double parking, and that's the most important thing. They just want to know if you can come back and just park correctly behind the car with the required distance. Other than that, it's pretty straightforward. Nothing, and usually the license renewal cost is $60. But as you build history and you collect points, it becomes cheaper and cheaper. But it can also go up to anything really, up to $10,000. I've seen people pay for licenses.
Wow. Sorry, I need to ask you about after the road test. Do they need to wait before they collect the full license?
No, well, you can go in and they'll give you a temporary license,
Okay.
and then they'll mail you the one in 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's fine. There is nothing pretty much about this driver license or waiting. Yeah, that will be all. Thank you guys. Please don't forget to like this. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share with your friends, please. Thank you. I love you.
Thank you.